Good afternoon, everybody. Please be with me for the next 30 minutes to understand the concept of capacitance and capacitors. In general sense, a common man who is using at least a table fan in his home know that many often the fan, ceiling fan or table fan, they become slow in course of time. So what is the meaning of becoming slow? That means the capacitor which is there in the motor section becomes weak and it does not provide the exact value as it was designed initially. So the running of the motor gradually reduces, and the day when the capacitor will be out totally, your motor will not start. And many often we have seen whenever we start the blade to rotate initially by pushing with somebody stick or pipe, you'll find after that the fan rotates slowly. So this we all have experienced in our day-to-day life. So what is a capacitor? Let us know. This is the face value of the capacitor. It is little bigger, and the one which is already connected to the pedestal fan motor is the smaller one here. And the smaller one value, whatever company has designed, is 4 microfarad, and operation voltage is 440 volt maximum. You can use within also. But in yesterday's short video program, I had shown this is a 30 microfarad capacitor, and considering this 4 and 2, this is a little higher, and mostly these big values are used in heavy duty motors or even motor pumps you might have seen in your house. They do have high value capacitors like this, minimum 20 and above. So what for this is value is assigned to them as we are assigned by our age. A man of 20-year age, a man of 40-year age, a man of 60-year age. So this matters. Same thing here. The value of the capacitor also matters for running a suitable motor. I have already told you initial program, this fan motor is 200 watt. So for running this 200 watt motor, you need at least this 4 microfarad condenser. And now I do have my multimeter here. I want to show you whether my multimeter can read the value of this particular 30 microfarad capacitor. Let me see and show you. These are the two connecting terminals, and you can see here the measuring device is pointing towards the symbol and this symbol represents capacitor in technical language and science. Now, how to measure? These are the two terminals of the capacitor. This is before all of us, and what I am doing, I will connect these tubes to the probes, and I will show you the value of the meter. It shows, you can see comfortably, 31.56. That means whatever they have mentioned, it is slightly more but almost around. So a digital multimeter is very helpful for many purposes because it can measure capacitance, it can measure current AC DC, it can measure microampere, it can measure milliampere also. It can measure millivolt AC DC, it can measure volt also. So 1 minute, I am back. Now multimeter work for the time being is over. Let me make it up, and thereafter I will proceed to another household arrangement where we have to use a series lamp, and I have to show you what is a series lamp. In a 3-pin top, you post two wires. Out of that, the red goes to the lamp directly, and the return wire is green. You can see the return wire is green from the filament, and that green is open here, and the green from the 3-pin top is also open here. And now, why did I keep these two green wires open? I will show you. If I touch these two green wires after plugging in, I will show you what happens. Please observe carefully. I have made the switch on, and now I connect those two, and you can see the lamp glows. This is a 100-watt lamp. So this is glowing by connecting these two green wires. Now, why did I do this? To show all of you, I will be testing this capacitor using that particular series lamp, and my purpose is to show you that you should know how we are measuring the capacitors in our local way. So what is that local way? These two wires are the leads of the capacitors, and you will observe what I am doing. I will connect this with this. That means both the green terminals I will be connecting with the leads of the capacitor, and thereafter I will show you what happens to the lamp glow. Motor started running. In fact, I made a mistake. So what I want to do now, connect, the lamp should glow fast. This I need to show you again, keeping the lamp here. Say for example your lamp is here at a gap, and by connecting the green wires the lamp is glowing, and if you connect these green wires on the terminals of the capacitor, the lamp also glows. If the lamp glows, then you are sure that the capacitor is good. If the lamp will not glow, you will conclude that the capacitor is broken in between and it is out of function. So, this is the series test for detecting a good capacitor or a worn out capacitor or a damaged capacitor. So, that was the test for all of you to detect how we manage with a household arrangement to test whether our capacitor is good or damaged. Now, what is to be done next? I want to show you this motor. I will test using this capacitor, not 30 MFD. This 4 MFD capacitor, you can see, is connected to the motor by the connector here, and I tilt the motor this side to show it whether this is coming from the motor or not. These two black wires are the terminals for connecting to the capacitor externally, and the capacitor will be outside the housing of the motor because to manage the space they have done it like that. And what I am doing now, I will run the motor, and you have to see this shaft. It should run, and the moment starts running, that means rotating, whatever way, you must observe the body must move to the opposite. First, that observe. The shaft rotated this way and the body started moving the opposite way. And may I know from all of you for what this happens? If the shaft moves this way, that means clockwise, the body of the motor must be shifted anti-clockwise. May I know the reason behind? Can you write by the chart whether this is scientific or not? The answer is it should be because obeying Newton's third law of motion, when the shaft is moving but trying to move clockwise, it will give a reaction force on the motor body opposite to that. That means the body must move to anti-clockwise direction, and that is why the motors are strongly grouted by nuts and bolts on the surface, and the fans are posted on the stands, and the stands have got wide base with rubber. If you know, if the rubbers are out, the fan body shifts during the motor running from one point to the other, and to avoid that we must use a rubber base or apply rubber pads to the motor base. So this was something, the concept of capacitors, and now I will show you the correct test. If I do not connect my capacitor here, if I open it, you just observe, I open it because this is a connector I have provided, but everything should be carefully. I have removed it, and if there is charge, you have to discharge like this, connecting these two. If you do this, if somehow charges will be there, they will be discharged and with a sound. That I will also test after some time. But first, let us see, after removing this capacitor, the same motor, if powered on, whether this runs or not. Nothing. It is not running. But let me listen the sound from the body. Of course, no sound detected to me, but I could show you this did not rotate. Now again it is our duty to connect before all of you and so that the same system starts rotating and it is kept there, and let me hold the motor body for fixing and then running the switch. Yes, it started running, and this is too beautiful for all of us to understand. If your capacitor is gone in the motor, your motor will not start by itself. Remember one more thing, even I will have a test now before all of you. If we remove the capacitor, we have already tested it will not run of its own, no running. But if I move and by that time I make the switch on, it rotates but slow. So that we do generally, it started little bit. So for that only, you have to know that this shaft is running without capacitor now, but the initial condition we observed that if it is at rest and your capacitor is gone or capacitor is not there, even though you switch it on, it will not start by its own. But if you connect the capacitor, this is very easy for all of us. It will run of its own. Observe please. Now the question is to all my viewers, if this is the case, could you tell me what is the role of the capacitor in a motor? Every time you cannot run the motor shaft by your hand or manually by a pipe or a stick. This is a boring process. And every time you cannot go to your motor pump to have a thread and run the shaft. Not possible. So motor can run if you move initially, but motor will not start till you change the capacitor. That means the very basic function of the capacitor, we got the point that it is a self-starting mechanism, and if it is not there, the motor cannot self-start. But in your vehicle, there is a self-starter like this arrangement, but that is different than this. We are considering the capacitor for self-starting alternating current motors, not the DC motors. But your vehicle self-starter is a powerful DC motor, and in that case, you are not having a capacitor to self-run it. You are having a battery there to run it, and you are having a switch. If you make the switch on, your starter will start the engine and then you will run. So that was the idea. Now let me open these and again do the same test using my lamp and my arrangement of series test, and let us observe whether our capacitor is okay or not. Observe these two green points open. First put the switch on, hold them carefully, touch them and see that the lamp glows, and this is the confirmation test for the series test, and thereafter I show the terminals are before all of us, and I have to touch both the terminals, and if the lamp glows, in this case you observe the lamp is glowing dim. This is another beauty we could observe. If you touch directly, it will be a full glow. If you touch the terminals of the capacitor, which is value 4 MFD, the lamp will glow, but the lamp will be reduced, that means dim. This is a big observation, but we did not see this in the case of a 30 microfarad capacitor. And I have already said 30 microfarad capacitor is a big value, and it is designed to run high duty, heavy duty motors. But this 4 MFD, the value is little low, and its reactance to the alternating current is absorbed. That means it consumes certain energy, so the rest energy goes to the lamp, and because of that the lamp is glowing slow. Again I check. So let me show you, the lamp should be before all of you, and I have to show that really it is beautiful. If I touch the terminals of the capacitor, you could see the lamp is glowing. I take further to the camera and I take these 2 points. This is the mistake I did have, and by that way we could enjoy also the 2 terminals of the capacitor. They touch the metal part of the holder of the lamp and they discharged, and by that way a big sound generated. So now get ready, I will show you again. So the lamp is glowing and I make the series ready, and the lamp is dim, and this confirms that your condenser is good. People sometimes call capacitors or condensers because there is a pair of foils rolled together with a insulation in between, and inside that cylindrical pipe they are kept and the terminals are out. Observe again, this is truly beautiful. And now our duty is to test them together, and you have to see what is the result. Will be resulting with a fire, and they are discharged and they are safe now to hold it by your hand. But if they are charged and you are holding, you will get a severe shock. So while dealing with capacitors, we have to be very careful, otherwise we will be shocked heavily. I got afraid even when that became shot together on this metal body. So while doing electrical work, you must be ensuring your safety. You must work on a rubber base, a rubber pad you must use. Upon that you have to sit down so that your body gets isolated from the ground, and there should be a sensitive MCB. If something happens, short circuit, that will be going out. That means that will protect us, including our device. So everything you must ensure before you are completing your circuit. So that is the today's output. Now I will show you using my multimeter what is the value of this particular capacitor with me. So the series lamp everybody must have in a home. Now this is there. I will have my multimeter now ready. Let me remove the motor. That is a heavy duty concept and disturbing us, the space it consumes. So now it is free to use the multimeter along with capacitor. Multimeter should be taken to the value of capacitance, and thereafter hold it by your terminals and see, even though company has mentioned 4 microfarad, my digital multimeter reflects it is 3.536. So there is little variation, it does not matter, but this is also sufficient for all of us to manage our motor. And with that, my topic presentation is over. Now I am getting ready for my viewers to have some questions if they allow me to handle. If you do not ask questions, you may ask, or I will ask you certain questions. First question from my side to all of you: what is the unit of the capacitors we have used in our case? These two. This is, suppose I told you 4 and this is I told you 30, but what is the unit in which the capacitance is expressed? Question number 1. I give you option. Option number 1 is microhenry and option number 2 microfarad. So you have to opt whether 1 is right or 2 is right. If you do not write, then I have to tell you option 2 is right. This is microfarad. Thank you, Adit. Adit is attending the session and he has written 2 is the right answer. Correct. Congratulations. And now I will give you another question. Whether these capacitors are having polarity or not. That means whether do they have a plus or minus connection for connectivity, or you can connect any terminal to any point. So please mention on your chart. Option number 1, it has got polarity. Option number 2, they don't have any polarity. So out of these two, which is the right answer for my question? Again, Adit is right answer and congratulations. And you are right, these two capacitors are non-polar capacitors and they do not have any positive and negative sign on the body also. That means you can connect any terminal to any terminal on the load. This and these, they are non-polar capacitors. But basically in electronics, we do have electrolytic capacitors and they have got positive and negative mentioned, and by that way you have to connect the positive terminal to the positive side and the negative terminal to the negative side. So thank you all for being with me. I hope you might have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, show in chat that you are very happy to attend the session, and after that I will close my session. So thanks all of you. Have a nice time. We will meet again with a new topic. Hope you have enjoyed, because I did enjoy. Yes, people reflect their opinions. So with this I conclude. We meet next.